the final time, number 24 on the floor, 6'6", High School, 5-time world champion.
When the NBA was looking for an heir to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant was one of the first names on people's minds. Kobe was actually more than just a player. Winning a record 4 NBA All-Star Game MVP awards, he was the overall league MVP in 2008, a 2-time NBA scoring champion, and 12 all-defensive selections. Bryant created tremendous amounts of success for his team, and in his 20-year NBA career, there have been times when Kobe has really destroyed his opponents. So let's look at the 5 times Kobe Bryant absolutely owned his competition. Number 5. Kobe dunks over Steve Nash. The 2005-2006 season was one of Bryant's best seasons during his time in the NBA. Bryant also averaged 5.3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.8 steals. His points per game were the most he has averaged in his career. The numbers speak for themselves, and he was in the driver's seat to win the MVP award. But Steve Nash, who played for the Phoenix Suns at the time, was given the MVP award. The Suns finished with the second best record in the Western Conference at 54-28. Nash was 4th on the team in scoring, averaging 18.8 points per game. He led the team in assists with 10.5 per game. This was Nash's second MVP award in a row. The Suns had a better record than the Lakers during the season, and that is a big reason why Nash won the award. Nash played the point on a talented Suns team, and that season was one of the best of his career. Number 4, 2008-2009. His 26.8 PPG scoring average the 2008-2009 season stands as just the 10th best of his 20-year career. His per-game rebound and assist numbers, 5.2 and 4.9 respectively, both rank in the lower half of his career averages. At 36.1 minutes per game that season, Kobe was on the court less in 08-09 than in any other season during his lengthy prime. But numbers are just numbers, and Kobe and his fans know better than anyone that his legacy could never be defined by stats alone. Beyond the numbers, the 08-09 campaign remains one of the most memorable of Kobe's career, and the success he enjoyed that year has its roots in the bitter disappointment of the season before. Kobe and the Lakers, his Lakers by this point of that word of no doubt, came into the 08-09 season fresh off the misery of a finals loss to the hated Celtics. It was a pain they could only erase with a title, and they played with obvious motivation. Their 65-17 regular season records were 11 wins better than anyone else in the West, and Kobe played all 82 games for just the second time in his career. It seemed inevitable that they would get a coveted rematch with the Celtics or a marquee battle with LeBron in the 66-win Cavs. The Lake Show did its part at least, dispatching Utah in 5 games, Houston in 7, and Denver in 6. Kobe averaged 28.4 points per game in that run through the Western Conference playoffs. Kobe opened the series with a statement of intent, dropping 40 points on the overmatched Magic in a 25-point Laker blowout. The next 3 games were closer, including a 4-point Game 3 loss in Orlando, but Kobe was Kobe throughout. That was as true as ever in Game 5 when he erased any thought of waiting to close out the series at home with a 30-point exclamation point on the series. With 5-game averages of 32.4 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 7.4 assists, there was little doubt about the finals MVP.
Stripped by Wall. Suns get back on D. Kobe Bryant's got it going right now.
Number 3, 4 straight 5 pieces. It was all in March 2007, with the Lakers having lost 7 straight games. Kobe put his foot down by going on and scoring rampage over a week's time, posting at least 50 points in 4 consecutive games to join Wilt Chamberlain as the only player in NBA history to ever pull off such a feat. It started with a 65-point game against Portland, 24 of which came in the 4th quarter. 2 days later, Kobe scored 50 against the Timberwolves and 60 against the Grizzlies and 50 against the Hornets. The Lakers won all 4 games. Kobe, who shot 54% from the field over this 4-game stretch, saw his 50-point streak end when he scored a pedestrian 43 points in a win over the Warriors on March 25th. Anytime a scoring streak ends with 43 points and puts you in the company of Wilt Chamberlain, you've done something truly iconic.
Kobe working again against the guy that's been on the most of the night, Doka. Kobe in the clutch, 87.
Number 2, free throws after tearing his Achilles. In a close game against Golden State in April 2013, when Bryant was 34 years old, he fell to the ground and grabbed the back of his left ankle. He was helped up but struggled to put any weight on the leg and hobbled around the court. "I made a move that I've made a million times and it just popped," he said after the game. Still, he stayed in the game and made 2 free throws to tie the game at 109. He then hobbled off the court to the locker room. "I just tried to buy a little bit of time," he said. "I was trying to figure out a way to play around it because if I can walk on my heel, maybe I can get around it because I don't have to get up on my toe. I had worked so hard to get us there. I'll be damned if we lose this effing game and all that hard work goes to shit. I tried to finish the job." Afterward, the team said Kobe had torn torn his left Achilles tendon, which is generally regarded as one of the most devastating for any basketball player. The fact that he stayed in the game to make those free throws solidified his reputation as a player who would win at all costs, injured or not. This is such BS. All the training and sacrifice just flew out the window with one step I've done a million times. The frustration is unbearable. The anger is rage. Why the hell did this happen? Makes no damn sense. How am I supposed to come back from this and be the same player, or better, at 35? How in the world am I supposed to do that? I have no clue. Do I have the consistent will to overcome this thing? Maybe I should break out the rocking chair and reminisce on the career that was. Maybe this is how my book ends. Maybe Father Time has defeated me, he posted on social media. Later, Bryant called the injury the first step in a new challenge. One day, the beginning of a new career journey will commence. Today is not that day, he wrote.
Jackson exasperated. He knows he's going to have to. Bryant attacking baseline, and he runs into a stone wall of Festus Ezeli, and he's holding his left knee.
Yeah, I'm hoping he just bumped knees.
Number 1, the 60-point finale. When thinking about career highlights of Kobe Bryant, one of the first things that will come to mind for many is his final game in the NBA, where he put up 60 points. Kobe's 60 points are an NBA record for a player playing in his final game. He took an incredible 50 shots to get there, 15 more than all of his teammates combined, and leading the Lakers from behind, the then 37-year-old Bryant outscored the entire Utah Jazz team in the fourth quarter. And when he got cooking down the stretch, to say the Staples Center crowd was on fire would be an understatement. Over the final 2 minutes, Kobe scored 13 unanswered points, each bucket seeming more impossible than the last. It was a send-off for the ages. It honored Kobe in fitting fashion as one of the greatest, most single-minded scorers to ever play. And the Lakers won the game, which was ultimately what Kobe Bryant played for. Winning was everything, and that's how the Black Mamba went out. As you know, Kobe Bean Bryant of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, passed away on Sunday, January 26, 2020 in Calabasas, California, in a helicopter accident along with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna Maria Honor Bryant. Rest in peace, Black Mamba. Do you think Kobe Bryant was the best? Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.